Alright, who here hates mowing their lawn? Everyone, right? We do too. So introducing the Eagle Eye Thruster 3000 by Group 15. It's an autonomous lawnmower that is initiated via an app. The idea is that when the app turns on and connects via Bluetooth, it goes forward, it reads the border, turns left, goes forward again, reads another border or hits something, turns right, and then goes around your lawn until you decide it's done, which you can then push off and turn everything off.
So the way that we initiate it is we press this power switch right here, which basically allows the batteries to power everything in the electronics. Then we can connect through Bluetooth. And then the way to initiate the sequence is to press the green button there, and then that'll make it go back and forth and do what it needs to do.
And then with the app, you can see on top we have Bluetooth, and right now it's not connected. And once you connect, it says connected. And like she said, green button initiates the program, red button pauses the program by idling the motors. And then at the bottom we have a timer so that you know how long it takes the lawnmower to mow your lawn.
When it starts moving, and if it detects something or the border, the Arduino will recognize that it's hit something and it will turn. Or when it hits a bumper, there's a sound, the pick will produce a sound, and also there's a connection to the Arduino that lets it know that it should turn.
Yeah, for the sensors, we just have a color sensor and then the two bumper switches, so when it runs into something, it'll activate the bumper switches, and then the color sensor can determine the difference in color between, ideally it'd be between the color of your lawn and say like a black border or your concrete or grass or gravel around the lawn or something like that. For power actuation, we use two window motors out of a junkyard car. We have two ESCs powering the motors, and they're actuated PWM through the Arduino. And then we also have a compass, which gives us angle for turning. Yep.
Alright, so right now the Bluetooth reads not connected. So if we go through, click on it, it says it's connected now. And then we can turn it on.
Freeze the strip, now it's going to turn 180 degrees. And if it hits the bumper, it'll do the same thing. So it'll go back 180 degrees and go this way. And every time it shifts itself to the left slightly, so it'll eventually make enough passes to get across the yard is the idea.
And then I stopped it via the app, and then he turned off that.
So we have the compass up here. It's raised because of interference. It was in the box and that didn't work, so now we have it above here and that seems to be working much better.
So all the electronics go into this enclosure. This is a sealed enclosure. So the idea would be that it could work even if it's raining or something like that. Okay. For electronics, we have an Arduino Mega in the side here. And then we have this circuit board which we soldered all our sensors on. So we have the Bluetooth module. The compass is up there, and then the color sensor is kind of on the underside of the mower. And then we have our two ESCs mounted towards the bottom there, and then we have our battery.
We also have a speaker down in here that connects to the bumper switches and then the pick. And when the bumper switches are pressed, the pick goes high and then sends out a tone, which is a sort of error message, and the Arduino uses that to tell it that it should turn. And that tone also makes the user aware that your mower has probably run into something, and so you can check to see if what that is.
So one of the reasons why we went with window motors is they come as a motor and gearbox combo, so you don't have to mess with any extra gearboxes. They also have mounting posts built in, so it's pretty simple to mount them to a bracket and then have the wheel bolted to them. They're powered through the ESCs, which use PWM input, and then they power the motors.
IT app, inventor, and the first page is just the display of the app, and you're able to change the background and colors and all that good stuff. And then on the second page, it's called the block diagram, and that's kind of where the code is. And basically, the gold color is buttons, and then you have the if statements, and you have a purple color code that is the procedure of what it's supposed to do. And then you have green, which is the text of what it's doing, and that's how I'm able to change how it says not connected to connected. And then we have this magenta color that has a value to it. That's how the timer counts up. And also how we are able to send a digit through Bluetooth.
The idea was to come up with a kit that could be universal for bolted onto different mowers or something like that. So it would come with the electronics box and all the bracketry associated, and maybe in an hour you can convert just a regular lawnmower over to an autonomous lawnmower.